How you doing, guys? Stritchy. So this is a fairly new book, a week or two ago. Cul-De-Sac. Mike Carey, Jonathan Wayshak. This guy is an unbelievable artist. This blew me away. It really did. Bad idea. Made from the people who brought back Valiant in 2013 or so. So we got a vampire story here. And the art, it's nice because it's on this newsprint type paper. It's not really newsprint, but it's very gritty. It's not glossy at all. And you could tell the art is just great. This guy, I don't know what he's done before, but I gotta do a little bit of research and see if I can find some other stuff he's done. Because very impressed with this. It's got like this chalky feel to it, like a painterly, but it almost looks like he's using chalk. It's excellent. So this is a vampire story. And you have a family of vampires, and then you have a crew of vampire hunters. So this girl comes and trying to do a deal with some vampires for blood. But they kind of not trusting her. They don't know her. So he says, let's see you smile. He wants to see her teeth to see if she is a vampire. And instead of teeth, she gives him the stake right in the heart. And here's some of her other buddies. So they're tearing up these vampires. And they get them all. Here's another one of the crew members. And so they go back and they're talking amongst themselves. They're out hunting. But there's like specific types of vampires. There's regular vampires, and then there's some other ones that are above the vampires. And I believe they can go out in the daylight, and they don't have to drink the blood of the creatures, I don't think. They could just like dissolve it with their hands. Like drain the life force just by grabbing them, whatever the creature is, like the bunny rabbits. So here's the vampire family. Now, mind you, the children don't know, these kids. They don't know that their family are vampires. So I think for these vampires, it's a little bit different. And that's the first issue, so I got to reread it again because I was mostly just looking at the art instead of really paying attention to the story. But the faces, this guy is great. He's really good. It's a little cartoony, but man, he reminds me of that French heavy metal artist, Belial, Inky Belial. Kind of like that. Like this looks like heavy metal art. Very European. So they're out in the woods camping, the family of vampires. And they come around like a bonfire. And the mother starts telling them, okay, we're going to play a game. I say a word, you tell me what comes into your mind. First word, vampire. And they're like, that's lame, Mom. I don't like scary stories. The kids are like pushing back. She says, so vampires mostly bad, family mostly good, but what if your family are vampires? And the kids are like, what is going on here? And she tells them, listen, I got rabbits for each one of you. And she's talking to him. That just looks evil. That's the mother's eyes. The thing is, most of what you hear is about vampires is stuff that humans tell, which is a little like asking a mouse what it thinks of cats. So she's trying to put into the kid's head, we're superior to humans. But the kids don't understand. And she's telling the tale of the feeding order of the world. And she breaks out one of these bunnies, and they're called the neck trail. Neck trail. We can drink blood when we want to. Blood is sweet, but mostly we drink life. So they drain life from creatures, humans, animals, whatever lives. And once you start, you won't ever want to stop. So the kids need to go through a process. Like, they have to do it the first time in order to become like a full-fledged neck trail. And the mother kills the bunny in front of them, and it freaks the kids out. And the mother's like, oh, she wasn't expecting that. So they're trying to get the kids, brainwash the kids into thinking that this is okay. And the kids run away up into the woods. The kids are up in the woods. Now a crew of vampire hunters show up at the family's house. So while the kids are in the woods, look at that. That looks creepy. They're about ready to get raided by these vampire hunters. Voicemail shows up on the little kid's phone. Now they're hanging out and they're around a fire and they're going to start eating. And the one kid goes to eat, but he can't hold the food down, so he throws it up. Turns out this little guy did it. He ingested one of the rabbits. And now he's a vampire and he can't eat regular food. So they're all bickering back and forth. And they're arguing, and some of the kids are running away, but the kid who just turned into a vampire is scared still. He doesn't really know what's going on. Look at that. So out they go. Now the kid's got power, like you could tell he's addicted to it now. He's starting to drain creatures that he finds around. Another good panel. So the kids go back to the house. And what do they come back to? Their family's been slaughtered. Their family of vampires. I mean, it's there's entrails everywhere, body parts, blood splatter, holes in the walls. It was a battle. And there's their mother spiked to the wall. There's the father. I think his head's been chopped off. Also, one of the vampire hunters was not killed, but almost on his way to death. His eyes popped out, and the girl's pissed. So she's so mad seeing her family that's been slaughtered that she takes his life force. So now she's past the point of no return. So the kids are starting to all turn. There's the one voicemail. Wow, what excellent panels. That's really nice too. Look like the blood splatter on the wall. The mother left him the voicemail. Gail, my sweet girl, they found us. The Moro? I guess they're the vampire hunters. You've got to go to Gallant. Take your sister and go. Uncertain. And they're mourning, grieving over the mother. So we go back to the vampire hunters. And they're bickering back and forth a little bit because they didn't really get the intel that they needed to go after these vampire hunters. So some of them are a little upset, and it's just telling more of introducing another vampire hunter. And there's more dead vampires around. And next, Scorched Earth freestyle. So, man, what an excellent. I like this a lot. I can't wait for the next issue. And I hope it comes out on a regular basis and not like once every 3-4 months. But I can't see this guy, Wayshak, being able to do a monthly with that type of art. But maybe he started 2 years ago doing the work. So, but man, this is one of the best new comics I've read in quite a while. Another one, highly recommended, Cul-De-Sac, Mike Carey, Jonathan Wayshak. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you on the next one.